everyone, my name is Katya and today I'm going to show you how to crochet this bracelet. It's a quick and easy project. There's not much to it. It's just a long chain with a button and I'll show you how it's done. So let's get to it and create something great. For this project you're going to need number 4 medium weight yarn. You're just going to need a little bit of yarn. You're going to need your tapestry needle, scissors, 2 hook size. Here I have 4.5 for the crochet part. And also I have one more hook size that's a lot smaller and I'm going to be using 2.5 millimeter crochet hook, and this one is just to use for the button to go through the button loop in the back. Now you're going to also need some sort of a button or a bead. The one that you want to choose is large enough for your hook to go through. And here I have several ones that I've already tried and it works. So you're just going to need one. Pick one that you want, either a bead large enough or a button large enough. I do recommend for you to use the one with the one loop on the back. To start, you're going to need your button or your bead, whatever you want to use. Now I'm going to be using my smaller hook size for this part. I'm using 2.5. Now insert your hook into the loop of the button. Hold on to your yarn. Wrap your yarn tail around your hook and pull through like so. Now go ahead and pull on this yarn tail and make it a little bit longer so it'll be easier for us to work with. Now what you want to do here is chain 1 like so. Pull out a big loop, and now you don't need this hook. You can use your larger hook, which I'm going to be using my 4.5. Go ahead and insert your hook into the loop that you made. And all we're going to do here is we're going to chain 60. Now you want your foundation chain to be long enough to wrap around your wrist 2 times. And for me 60 was enough. So I'm going to continue and chain my 60 and I'll be right back to show you what to do next. Here I have my chain 60 all done and worked. Next thing what you want to do is just to make sure that it fits. Just wrap your chain around your wrist 2 times and make sure it meets the button. Now if you need to adjust your size, you can just continue and crochet more or less. It really is up to you here. Just measure it before you move on to the next step. For the next step, what we need to do is we need to make a loop large enough for this button to go through, or whatever it is you're going to be using. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here I have a chain of 7 worked, and what I'm going to do into the 8th chain, which I'm holding on to right over here, which would be my 60th chain, I'm going to turn and slip stitch into that chain right over here. It's actually right here. I'm going to slip stitch into that chain, and now I have a loop. And all I'm going to do next is just quickly measure and make sure it fits. I don't want it to be too loose, so I kind of want it to be a little bit tight, and it fits perfectly. So I'm ready to move on. Now if you need to adjust your size of the loop, you just try it on with the button or the bead, and you can do either more or less chains, and all you're going to do is just slip stitch into the 60th chain or whatever foundation chain you worked on. Now that I know it fits, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fasten off. So chain 1 and cut a long tail. Take your hook out and tighten it. Next, what we're going to do is work on this yarn tails, and your bracelet is finished. Let's go ahead and work on this yarn tail really quickly. So here we have our braid, and if you turn it, you will see the back loops right over here. Go ahead and insert your needle into any of those loops. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work a running stitch, going back and forth into the back loops. Let me just pull this out. So again, I'm using the back loop and inserting my needle into that loop. And then again. Now once I feel like I have about 4 or 5, I'm going to come back and use those same loops and come right back to the loop that I created for the button to go through. And that's pretty much it. And to end, I'm just going to insert it right into here where we slip stitched into, and then come right back down one stitch or one chain, or you can even pick up a couple and just bring it down, and you can cut this yarn tail. Now if you want, you can also add a dab of glue like so. So here this part is finished. Let's go ahead and work on this one right over here, and it's the same exact way. Here's our finished bracelet, and the way I wear it is I just wrap my chain around my wrist, and then using this loop I'm going to go ahead and insert my button into that loop like so. And here's your finished bracelet. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.